Hello friends, today we'll study about the functions of family. So let us start now. The functional approach. Robert Peter Murdock. By surveying 250 societies, Murdock argues that the family perform the four basic functions in all societies. The universal functions are sexual gratification, reproduction, socialization of the group, and economic cooperation. These are essential for social life because without the sexual gratification and reproduction function, there would be no members of society. Without economic cooperation, life would cease, and without education, that means socialization, there would be no cultural transmission. In case of extended family, which is more prevalent in pre-industrial agricultural society, family's economic functions include both the production and consumption. Family was the main agency for socialization of children, education, and transmission of culture. Social security is the responsibility of family. The aged, disabled, sick, and children all live within the secured atmosphere of extended family. Recreation and celebration was also a family affair. Political affairs in rural areas was also based rural society was also based on family identity and power dynamics. In the industrial and post-industrial society, the economic function of the family is now reduced to consumption only. Most of the specialized education and socialization have shifted to specialized agencies like school, colleges, universities, clubs, etc. Most of the specialized agencies, family is only left with the function of socializing the children at the pre-primary stage. Recreation role is also taken over by the specialized agencies like media, TV, growth of internet, etc. The social security part has been taken over by welfare state. In countries where the society has shifted from pre-industrial to post-industrial or extended family to nuclear family without creation of proper social security institutions by the welfare state, increasing level of deprivations, exclusion of vulnerable section can be witnessed. For example, in India we are witnessing the same. For example, India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, political role has been taken by the specialized agency like parties. Now let us study about Talcott Parsons view. Parsons argues that there are some irreducible functions of family. These are the primary socialization of children. It involves two basic processes: internalization of society's culture and structuring of personality. And second one is the stabilization of adult personality of the society. Parsons argues that the families are factories which produce human personality. However, one's produced personality must be kept stable. This is the second basic function of family. Now, a critical view regarding functional view of family. Vogel and Bell. The tension and hostility of the unresolved conflict between the parents are projected on the child. The child is the used and emotional scapegoat by the parents to relieve their tension. So family has a potential to damage the growing personality of a child. So this view contradicts the positive picture of family created by functionalists. What Edmund Leach has said, spent many years studying small-scale pre-industrial society. In the past, kinsfolk and neighbors gave the individual continuous moral support throughout his life. Today, the domestic household is isolated. The family looks inward upon itself. There is an intensification of emotional stress between the husband and wife and parents and children. The strain is greater than most of can bear. The nuclear family becomes like an overloaded electrical circuit. Now we are witnessing in India also. According to Leach, isolated nuclear family are dysfunctional for society. It creates instability in relations. Now let us see what David Cooper has said. The book The Death of Family. Family destroys all creativity and emphasizes on subordination. It prepares the children for conformity role. It destroys the individualism inside the child. Family largely denies people the freedom to develop their own individuality. Cooper argued that the family operates as an ideological conditioning device in an exploitative society. Family produces the personality which is easily manipulated by the ruling class. Now, what the R.D. Lang has said, the politics of family in his book. Family is a set of interactions exploitative in character. Each partner is unnecessarily concerned about what the other thinks, feels, does. There is constant, unremitting demand for mutual concern and attention. As a result, there is considerable potential to harm others' growth and development. It prevents any real autonomy or freedom of self. It prevents the development of individual in his own right. Family also creates hidden obedience to the authority without questioning. Now come to the perspective of Marxist perspective. It is well demarcated in Engel's book, The Origin of the Family, Private Property and the State. According to Engel, originally human society was characterized by sexual freedom. Because of the private property, ownership of property by men and transformation of property from one generation to another, patriarchal system developed. Patriarchal system tries to control the female sexuality so that property should not be divided. So according to Engel, it was the patriarchal system and property relation that are responsible for creation of family, and family helps to preserve the property relations between the men and women. Angel further argued that family works as a safety valve. All the frustration of the worker is relieved by the family. It also provides sexual satisfaction from the woman. So men after a hard day of work get refreshed inside the family. So the man gets ready to work again with vitality. This facilitates the capitalistic system. Now let us see what Kathleen Gough has said, has argued that Angel's arguments are largely true. Family exploits female sexuality and labor. Family works to the disadvantages of women. It creates unpaid work for women. Now the changing functions of family. In general, family has lost a number of its functions in modern industrial society. Institutions such as business, schools, political parties, schools, and welfare organizations now specialize in function formerly performed by the family. Talcott Parsons has argued that the family has become, on microscopic level, almost completely functionless. It doesn't engage in economic production, political power system, etc. Parsons further argued that family has left with only two important functions: the socialization of young and the stabilization of adult personality in society. According to Parsons, the nuclear family is now structurally isolated because it doesn't form an integral part of wider system of kinship relations. For him, the isolated nuclear family is a typical family form in modern industrial society. Above is supported by and Dennis, who argued that impersonal bureaucratic organizations have taken over many of the family functions. However, according to Dennis, it is only in family the person get involved in his totality because of its intrinsic value. But in outside world, individual exists according to some specialized role like teacher, employee, customer, student, etc. Now let us see what William J. Goode has said. The book in his book World Revolution and the Family. Goode claimed that throughout the world there is trend towards nuclear family. High socio-geographical mobility, high structural differentiation, status is based on achievement now, which is based on ideology of individualism. Now let us see what Ronald Fletcher has said. The book Family and Marriage in Britain. According to Fletcher, not only family has retained its function, but its functions have increased in detail and importance. School, hospitals, and other modern institutions have added and improved the family functions. Still, parents guide, support, and encourage children in educational and occupational choices. In case of healthcare, also, family is still centrally concerned with maintaining health of its members. Hospitals and other state health schemes have added family function, not removed it. Family has lost its function as an important unit of production, but it exists as a vital unit of consumption. Now let us see what Young and Willmott has said, the theory of symmetric family. Through their study, Young and Willmott attempted to trace the development of the family from pre-industrial English society to the present day. They have suggested four main historical stages of family development. Stage 1, represented by the pre-industrial society. In this stage, family is a unit of production, husband, wife, and children working as a team in agriculture and other economic activity. This family pattern was gradually destroyed by the Industrial Revolution. Stage 2, it began with Industrial Revolution. Family ceased to be a unit of production since individual members was employed in factory as wage earner. However, throughout the 19th century, working class poverty was widespread. The family responded to this situation by extending its network to include relatives beyond the nuclear family. This provided an insurance policy against the insecurity and hardship of poverty. The extension of nuclear family was largely conducted by women who eventually built up an organization in their own defense and defense of their children. Here the basic tie was between mother and her married daughter, and in comparison the conjugal bond, the husband-wife relationship was weak. Women created an informal trade union which largely excluded men. Family was often headed by female. This was the characteristic of 19th century England family. When due to industrial revolution, poverty was widespread. Stage 3. It began when industrial revolution settled down. The society became more stable. It was the stage of symmetrical family. Symmetrical because conjugal role was more or less equal. This family was characterized by separation of nuclear family from extended family. The trade union of the woman disbanded and the husband reunited to the family circle. Return to family circle. Young and Willmott used the term symmetrical family to describe the nuclear family and its characteristics. The technological development also helped in formation of symmetrical relations between the husband and wife. Now stage 4, asymmetrical family. Now stage 3 was symmetrical family, stage 4 asymmetrical family yet to come. This is the future prediction of Willmott and Young. A future of family form based on the principle of stratified diffusion. On the basis of this principle, Young and Willmott have argued that stage 4 family will be based on the life of managing director of a company. According to them, the family life of MD is going to be diffused downward in years to come. MDs are workaholics. Their typical motto is my business, my life. According to Young and Willmott, this kind of lifestyle will create empty, say, family. So it's all about the family functions. Thank you very much.